Are we excited, everybody?
We're excited.
Let's see if this is worth it. So we've got a Babà, which is like food. I was expecting it to be yum, but like not that yum. This is one of those things that you're like, is it worth waiting in the queue? Oh my God, I love this. It's insane. Wow.
Yum.
Oh my goodness, yum. In the back of the throat. That's so yum. This trip, I honestly feel so inspired. I can't wait to go home and bake. Hello, hello. We're in Florence. I'm so sweaty. We're actually staying on the outskirts, so we bussed in this morning, which is actually always an adventure getting public transport in another country. We're on our way to find a little hole in the wall where they serve you affogato. So it comes out the hole in the wall, is that right? It's called Vivoli. It's a bit of a viral spot, so hopefully the queue's not too big. So affogato is, well, gelato with coffee poured in the middle, which sounds right up my alley. Yum! I hope you can choose what flavour gelato, because obviously I'm going pistachio.
Well, that's the queue.
Oh my God, the queue is huge. Oh, I don't know if we can do this. I don't know about you guys, but I hate waiting in long queues, especially in the hot weather. There were so many people who looked like they were enjoying the affogatos though, that we had to join in and try it for ourselves. Vivoli is well known for their gelato and is actually the oldest gelato shop in Florence, having been open for nearly 100 years. Their affogatos have become popular in recent years due to social media, but that doesn't stop them being a staple of the Florentine food scene. Vivoli have created their signature look with the star gelato rim. Their gelato is made with an egg custard, which is what gives it that really thick, creamy look and taste. We got one. We waited in the big long queue. Like, honestly, look how long it is. Let's see if this is worth it. This one is pistachio. Yum, my favorite. Gotta make sure it's really dunked in the coffee. Oh my God, I love this. Well, let me sip the coffee too. Oh, this was actually really worth it. The pistachio is so good. Oh my goodness. I am obsessed with this. Okay, should I try that one?
Yep.
This is classic. I actually can't stop thinking about that one even though I just ate it. Okay. Oh my goodness, yum. That's really good. The pistachio one is definitely a 10 out of 10. This one's like an 8 out of 10. This is one of those things that you're like, is it worth waiting in the queue? It is, definitely. So good. Guys, that was so good. It was such a good experience. I'm really glad that we did it. I was expecting it to be yum, but like, not that yum. The pistachio one, honestly, 10 out of 10. Oh my God, it's beautiful. Everywhere we look, I get distracted because there's such beautiful things. It didn't come out of a little hole in the wall, like I said, but you could see the little hole in the wall where it was like, they probably did that when they started and got too busy, so then they couldn't do it anymore. Now we're off to do some sightseeing and maybe get a sandwich, maybe Aperol Spritz. Maybe, yeah, I'd love to find some homemade pasta, like a really good dish. We actually made some in the house last night, didn't we? So I'm hoping that when we get back to New Zealand, we can make it as a recipe.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
That'd be really fun.
And what do you think of Florence so far? I think it's beautiful.
I think Florence is beautiful. I think as we were staying out, we didn't like, I feel like that's why every time I walk around the corner, I'm like, holy crap, we're like right in Florence.
Yeah.
Whereas when we were at our Airbnb last night, it felt like we could have been anywhere, but it's beautiful, it's insane. And my spatial awareness has like gone out the window.
Fronteggiamo,
There's honestly so much to see and do in Florence. It's almost a shame that we only had one full day. We did go and see the real statue of David, but sorry we didn't film it. It was really busy and it's sometimes a little bit hectic traveling with a baby. After a mega full day of exploring, we were so hungry. We met up with some of our family who were also visiting Florence for the day and sat down at this beautiful little spot to enjoy some highly anticipated pasta. It was actually just nice to sit down and rest our feet for a second, enjoy some great food, and spend some time with our loved ones. Oh, it's actually yum. I was not expecting. I was kind of expecting to hear one for you in there.
Oh, nice.
Sandiness, you know? Yeah. We just left dinner. We're on our way home. Dinner was so good. Homemade pasta. It was Pici, which I've been calling Pici, like an absolute idiot. It was like slow cooked beef, was that right? And some kind of cheese. We should have taken a picture of the menu. And it had like little tiny porcini mushrooms. Yeah, super yum. We also shared a Margherita pizza. Absolutely delicious. Aperol spritz. We're feeling full, feeling good, ready to go home because we're tired and our feet hurt.
How do you rate that food?
Ooh, how do I rate the food? The pasta was 9 out of 10. Pizza, 7 out of 10. But overall experience, I mean, it was expensive, but it was really delicious. And like to get homemade pasta, worth it.
Yeah.
We actually had such an awesome but very long day in Florence. We kind of wish we'd planned to stay a little bit longer in Florence or maybe stayed a little bit more central, just so we could have seen a little bit more that the city has to offer, as traveling with a baby definitely slows you down more than we expected. It's such a beautiful historic city and we feel like we only just scratched the surface, so we'll definitely be coming back one day. But now it's home to bed, as tomorrow we're making our way north to Cinque Terre. Good morning! I have not had any coffee yet, but we are about 5 minutes out of Lucca, so we're actually driving to Cinque Terre today, and then we decided we'll do a little pit stop in Lucca to get some coffee and maybe some treats. I'm super excited. I've heard really amazing things about Lucca. I feel like the movie Lucca is set here. I could be wrong, but I'm hoping it's like that, like a little cute town. Maybe I'll Google it and then I'll actually find out.
Yeah.
When I say me, I mean somebody else Google it and tell me. There's a population of 90,000. Lucca sits inside 4.2 kilometers of walls. The whole town is inside the walls. I wonder why that is. Need to find out some fun facts. Good idea?
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just talking to us, yeah.
I am too. I'm talking to you at the same time. Here we go. Top 10 facts about Lucca. The city of Lucca was founded by the Etruscans. Etruscans. How do I say that? Number 2, the city took on the appearance of real town with the arrival of Romans. Okay, these facts aren't that fun right now. Number 3, World War II prisoner of war camp was established in this city. Fun fact.
Is that a fun fact?
Well, this is a fun fact. The city has several oak trees growing atop the Tor Tower.
Well, you were going to find out if it was where Lucca's based on.
Yeah, let's look at that. The Disney Pixar Lucca takes place in the fictional town of Portorosso, which is a loving homage to the real-life Cinque Terre. So not Lucca, but close by. So we'll be there later. That's pretty exciting. Are we excited, everybody?
We're excited.
Hell yeah.
My brother is now with us. He's joined us for a couple of days. So we're all pumped and we're squished in the car. Yeah, first up, coffee. First up, coffee. come to a little coffee shop, and it's owned by a lovely family. I think it's the whole family. She said it's the brother and sister. The brother makes the pastries, and she does the coffee. And they're from Napoli, so we've got a Babà, which is soaked in rum cake, which I'm very excited to try, which is like the food of Napoli. Oh, it's all soaky, look. It is literally like dripping. Mmm. In the back of the rum. That's so yum. It's like soaked in it. It's also sweet. It's not like super rummy. Mmm. Okay, very excited to try this. I've never tried this before, but we just know it's beautiful. It's like a little shell. Look at all the layers. Whoa. It's like ricotta with orange syrup. Wow. It's so crunchy. It's a good one. Really yum. So good. That pastry was €2.50, which is like $5, which is like very cheap for a homemade, high quality pastry. It does feel like a real local spot. I almost was like, is this gonna be good when we came in? And it was. Beautiful. The pastries are beautiful. We had a lovely old time in Lucca, although it is definitely not the town that the movie is set in. But yeah, we had a lovely little stop. I wouldn't necessarily say you have to go there, but if you're driving through, it was a nice little place to stop. And we had a lovely coffee and some homemade pastries, and I tried a Babà for the first time, which I loved. It's kind of, I think it's a bread dough, almost like a brioche dough, soaked in a rum syrup. I'm definitely going to try and make them when we go home. This trip, I honestly feel so inspired. I can't wait to go home and bake. But now we're on our way to Cinque Terre, and I'm very excited.